Welcome to 20-minute yoga for posture. This practice is focused on improving the hunched-over posture that many of us develop when we sit at a desk or computer all day. We will work on stretching shoulders and hips that often get tight from sitting too much, and we will also strengthen core, glutes, and back muscles that tend to get weak. Let's begin by finding a comfortable seated position. You can sit on your heels as I am doing here, or cross your legs in front of you if that feels better. Sit up nice and tall, relax your shoulders down, away from the ears, lengthen through the crown of your head, and begin to breathe deeply in and out through your nose. Slow breath in, long breath out. With your next inhale, roll your shoulders up and back, exhale down and forward, making shoulder circles here as big as you can to warm up the muscles around your shoulders and neck. Change direction, a couple more circles. And release your shoulders. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Keep your left shoulder down here so you feel a good stretch on your left side of the neck. Bring your head back to center and lower your left ear towards your left shoulder. Remember to keep your right shoulder down. Bring your head back to center. Reach your left arm up, bend the elbow, and with the opposite hand gently press the elbow down. Maybe even lean slightly to your right so that you feel the stretch on the side of the torso, on your shoulder. Release your right hand down to the mat, straighten your left arm. Slowly circle your arm back and down. And then in front of you, big arm circles. Notice the stretch on the front of the shoulders and chest when you circle your arm back. Come back to center. Let's repeat on the other side. Reach your right arm up, bend the elbow. Gently press your elbow down. Maybe lean slightly to the left to find a good stretch on the side of the body. Release your left hand down to the mat. Straighten your right arm. And start making big arm circles on this side. Slow and controlled. One more circle here. And come back to center. Make your way to your hands and knees into tabletop position. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. With inhale, drop your belly. Look up for cow. Exhale around the back, look to your navel for cat pose. Inhale, drop the belly, lift your tailbone, lift your gaze. Exhale around as much as you can. Keep moving with your breath. Stretching the front of the body as you inhale Stretching the back as you exhale. Come back to a neutral position. Raise your left leg and right arm parallel to the ground for bird dog. Make sure not to overarch your lower back here, trying to lift your leg higher. Think of drawing the navel in and up towards the spine to keep the curve neutral. And lift the leg from the glute, really squeezing your left glute here. One more inhale. Exhale, lower your knee and hand down. Same on the other side. Raise your right leg and left arm parallel to the ground. And breathe. Keep your core tight. Look down to your mat so you keep the neck long, in line with the rest of the spine. One last big inhale here. Exhale, release. Walk your hands forward for puppy pose. Lower your chest towards the ground. Hips stay over the knees. You can bring your forehead or chin down to the mat. See what feels better in your body. And breathe here. Relaxing your chest more and more towards the ground with each breath. Take one more big breath in puppy pose. And then bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Step your left foot forward between your hands for low lunge. Bring your hands to your thigh. Push your hips down towards the ground. Find the stretch on your right hip flexors. You have the option to stay here, especially if you find balance a bit challenging in low lunge. Another option is to add upper body stretch by interlacing fingers behind your head, lifting your chest and pushing the elbows a bit wider. You should feel a nice stretch on the front of the body here, front of the shoulders, chest. Keep sinking the hips down towards the mat while lifting your chest. One more big breath in. Breathe out and bring the hands down. Right hand stays on the mat. Raise your left arm up and twist to your left. Try to look up to your left hand. Inhale here. Exhale, lower your left hand down, step your left foot back and bring your right foot forward between your hands. Low lunge on this side. Hands can stay on the thigh. Work on your hip flexors or add arms if you like. Interlace fingers behind your head. Open the elbows wide. Lift your chest. Breathe deeply into the chest. Last big inhale here. Exhale, release your hands down. Then raise your right arm up for a twist. Inhale, twist a little bit more. Exhale, lower your hand down and bring your right leg back. From here, drop your elbows down. We are going to do forearm plank. You can keep your forearms down or interlace your fingers if that feels better for you. Shoulders stay above the elbows, walk your feet back and lift your knees off the mat. Hold here. You can always keep your knees down if full forearm plank is too much. Concentrate on the breath. One more inhale in plank. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Place your right arm in 90-degree angle. Lower your side of the head to the mat and roll to your right side to find the stretch on the shoulder and chest. You can always move your right arm a bit more up or down to find a better stretch. It doesn't have to be exactly 90-degree angle. Slowly roll back to your belly and switch to the other side. Position your left arm in 90-degree angle also and roll to your left side. A few breaths here. Come back to center. Untuck your toes. Interlace your fingers behind your back. If this is too much for your shoulders, just keep your hands open. With inhale, lift your chest, head and legs off the mat. Keep pulling your hands back towards your toes as you hold here. One more inhale, lift your chest and legs a little higher. And exhale, release down. Take a little break. You can place your hands on top of each other, lower your forehead to your hands. Then position your forearms down for second forearm plank. When you're ready, tuck your toes under, lift your knees and hold plank. Keep pressing down through your forearms, strong shoulders, strong core. One more big inhale here. And with exhale, release. Keep your forearms on the mat parallel to each other. Elbows underneath your shoulders. Press the tops of the feet, the pubic bone and the forearms down into the mat. Lift your chest for Sphinx Pose. Think of squeezing your shoulder blades closer together here, pulling your chest forward between your upper arms. Last breath in Sphinx. And lower your forehead down. Place your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes under, and send your hips back into Child's Pose. Knees can be together or a little wider apart. Relax your body here. Notice how your back feels after a few back bends that we did. Slowly lift your chest. Bring your hands a little more forward for high plank. This is the last plank, I promise. Tuck your toes under, walk your knees a little back, and when you're ready, lift your knees off the mat. Squeeze your glutes, quads, hold the abs tight. Don't forget to breathe. One last big inhale here. And as you exhale, push your hips up into downward facing dog. From here, bring your right knee behind your wrist for Pigeon Pose. Untuck your left toes, push your hips back, and then lower down to your forearms. A few breaths in Pigeon Pose, you can fully relax your body here. Slowly come up to your hands, step back to downward facing dog just to change sides, and then bring your left knee forward. Find a good position for your shin, for your hips, and then lower down to the forearms for a few breaths on this side. Slowly make your way up to your hands and then to downward facing dog. And just lower your knees down. Find the same position that you started this practice in, so sitting on your heels or in cross-legged. Close your eyes for a moment and notice how your upper body feels now. If you notice any change in your neck, shoulders, hips, Take one more big breath in. Slow breath out. And open your eyes. Thank you for practicing with me today. Hope you enjoyed and see you in the next video. Bye!